The Tommy Campbell Show. Congratulations, Scotland. You made Donald Trump's taxpayer money burn pit golf course promo trip another one of his international embarrassments. And we all loved your signs, mockery, and of course, the bagpipes. Gotta love drowning out the guy full of hot air with a herd of mindless followers using a wind instrument originally made from a sheep's bladder. I mean, you are hitting him with the Russian compromat tape and mocking the lambs that voted for him. It could not be more on point.
Going to come down on steel or aluminum or auto parts or anything?
Well, we're in great shape. The trade deal was made with UK. The Prime Minister did a great job. You know, they've been trying to make that deal for 12 years, and he got it done. Everybody respects it. It's going to be a...
Of course, his base are defending him. They had pipers for Trump. They were supposed to be there. Yeah, not while he's talking, right? When you watch the Oscars, the music doesn't play until your time's up and they want you off, okay? That was the case here. The music was playing the whole time because they wanted him off. If someone did pay the piper, then even better, because they took some pounds to tell Trump to pound sand. And actually, he avoided sand. Yes, caught on tape, cheating at golf. Trump doesn't have any balls and he struggles with holes, so his caddy's here to make sure he has a chance. He's so casual about this because he's done it 100 times. This is the guy that constantly wins the club championships at his own courses and nowhere else. Now, in fairness, many are saying he took a mulligan. He took a mulligan! This is fake news! In golf, a mulligan is a do-over or a second shot taken after a poor shot, typically on the tee, without penalty. Mulligans are not allowed in official or competitive play. If Trump was taking a mulligan here, it wasn't at the tee because the ball was in the sand, and he's simply not fit enough to handle it. The guy doesn't walk the course, not even one hole. I'd say go for it, go for it. It would be good for you, but I'm still on team hamburgers for this guy. At the time of making this video, Trump has been in office for 192 days, has spent 45 of those golfing. That's 23.4% of his presidency. The estimated cost to taxpayers for golf since returning to office is $63 million. Sorry I can't hear your bull over his bagpipes. Take your golf clubs and get Tay. Subscribe. On Trump's return, the White House posted this: "Welcome to the golden age. Thanks to the leadership of POTUS, the U.S. has generated over $150 billion in tariff revenues within the last 6 months. Thanks to the window lickers, crypto Jim Bros, and the mama bears with a medical degree from reading 3 posts on Facebook, Americans didn't enter the golden age. More like Trump's golden shower, because he's wringing out his depends over America and actually boasting about an enormous sales tax. That's all this is. He's collected $150 billion from American consumers. The average U.S. household will lose $2,700 in income this year as a result of Donald's tariffs. This is just what they will be spending on the same things they already buy thanks to the stable genius's tariffs. This isn't even factoring in the enormous drop in tourism and rising price of homes and other manufacturing as the supply chain enters the golden shower age of Donald Trump. He's destroyed relationships with America's closest trading partners, and one person whose business is circling the drain thanks to Trump's tariffs is Mike Lindell, who gets all of his cotton from Egypt."
When you're getting one thing, when 95% of the media now is out there calling these illegals immigrants and, oh, look at this is horrible. The guy got bit by a mosquito down in Alligator, Alcatraz. Did you see that one on the news? I mean, oh my gosh, really? You know, I'll tell you, I was in solitary confinement for 19 days once. And 19 days in solitary in Minnesota, and this is back in what were you in for? You know, I violated my monitor, got DWI stuff, and I was on cocaine, and I violated my monitor. So you know, you shouldn't have been doing the stuff when you were on probation, I guess. But anyway, I get put in for that, and you know, it is what it is. And you're worried about getting bit by a mosquito? That was crazy, you know. I mean,
they'll go
but
to
then you got
all
people,
ends of the earth to protect these illegal aliens and these violent criminals. Really, it's amazing.
Right.
Mike Lindell is so stupid that he's comparing violating his monitor. This isn't something you get for being a great human and being thrown in solitary for what I'm guessing wasn't wonderful behavior, and saying that because of his struggle there, those at Alligator Alcatraz should toughen up. You Deal with it. You're a criminal. They toured the joint showing off the AC, but that doesn't mean it's always on. It's in a swamp. The mosquitoes can be awful. And as I've pointed out, the place is a disaster by design. It's an accident waiting to happen, hoping for it to happen. The structures cannot handle a real storm. And then what? The detainees are underwater with the alligators. For the record, Mike Lindell's own book points out that he had repeat DUIs, lost his license, and drove without one for over 10 years and was caught, charged with driving after cancellation, put on probation, had a home breathalyzer that he had to check in with throughout the day, but he found a workaround by using crack and coke instead of booze until he slipped up when a friend came to town and they got drunk. The officer that arrested for him waited till his kids were at school. Yes, his children were around during all this. Talk about white privilege. We have people being ripped away from their families on the street, and you have Mike Pillow making jail appointments. We'll wait till the kids are out. From there, he did go to jail, and on day release, he took his kid to play pinball and left him to get high for 2 hours, and also got scammed with a test that said it would hide the drugs in his urine. And when he came back to jail and the test came back positive, he denounced the test and said it was defective. It was stoled. He's just the same as he is with elections, okay? It was from there that he went to solitary that wasn't even that solitary, as he could still talk through the bars to other inmates and got in more trouble for starting a full jail sing-along of It's a Small World. I'm not making this up. I made this show without any sponsors thanks to your tips, channel memberships, and merch. Please throw me what you can to keep this show going.
Actually have people that I'm very close to, that they've been brainwashed so bad that they're a couple of them are those people that have been brainwashed so bad. Well, everybody, they're people too, but they committed a crime. They came into our country illegally. It doesn't even matter about, the major crimes. What are you going to say? Where do you draw the line? Well, if they only did this, this, and this, they can stay. Well, the original thing to get here, they broke a law, and
Exactly.
It's so nonsensical. I get so upset about the nonsense, and everybody. That's why it's so important right now.
So upset about the nonsense. Since we're talking violent crimes, Lindell's past includes allegations of domestic violence by an ex-wife and an ex-girlfriend who reported he kicked her so hard in the back that she broke a rib. The allegations, which Lindell claims are not true, just like elections and drug tests, can be found in police reports and court documents, including an order for protection granted against Lindell that the ex-girlfriend later voluntarily dismissed in hopes of reconciliation. Mike is a career criminal. The majority of those being detained in Florida are not. Unauthorized entry into the U.S. is a federal misdemeanor crime for a first offense. Repeat illegal entry after deportation can be prosecuted as a felony. However, simply being present in the U.S. without proper authorization is a civil violation, not a criminal offense, like if you came legally and then stayed to work on a vineyard or at Kid Rock's bar.
Were some of them young women?
Well, I don't want to say, but everyone knows the people that were taken, and it was the concept of taking people that work for me is bad, but that story's been pretty well out there, and the answer is yes, they were.
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
What did they do?
In the spa.
Jobs. In the spa.
Yeah, it's people that work in the spa. I have a great spa, one of the best spas in the world at Mar-a-Lago, and people were taken out of the spa, hired by him. In other words, gone. And other people would come and complain, this guy is taking people from the spa. I didn't know that. And then when I heard about it, I told them, I said, listen, we don't want you taking our people, whether it was spa or not spa. I don't want him taking people. And he was fine. And then not too long after that, he did it again. And I said, out of here.
Mr. President, did one of those stolen, persons, that include Virginia Jeffrey?
I don't know. I think she worked at the spa. I think so. I think that was one of the people. Yeah, he stole her. And by the way, she had no complaints about us, as you know, none whatsoever.
Yeah, she did work at the spa. It was in 2000 that she was taken from Mar-a-Lago, and 2 years later that Trump uttered the infamous line, "I've known Jeff for 15 years, terrific guy. He's a lot of fun to be with. She even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side. No doubt about it. Jeffrey enjoys his social life." It was in 2004 that Trump's relationship with Jeffrey ruptured, 4 years after he took his staff. I mean, this new spin on things really shows how Trump is scrambling and his web of lies are going up in flames. He's not going on about how Epstein was wrong with his staff. It was that he wanted them for himself. And he isn't going on about having his foreign gardener scooped. It's like he's stuck on the one that got away. Just a reminder that Mar-a-Lago employs over 100 temporary foreign workers, and let's not forget that even with Diaper Don's crack security team, a fake heiress easily mingled with the elites, and this was not the first or last time something like this happened. Mar-a-Lago is a target as soft as Trump's depends after 3 hamburgers, 4 Diet Cokes, and a handful of Adderall. It's a private club with several public events, dinners, weddings, parties, with no more than a name needed to enter. The Mar-a-Lago site even reveals full contact details for a dozen employees, and list of the club's 500 dues-paying members were leaked long ago, giving foreign intelligence the names of potential targets for surveillance, blackmail, or bribes.
I'm glad I did, if you want to know the truth. And by the way, I never went to the island, and Bill Clinton went there supposedly 28 times. I never went to the island, but Larry Summers, I hear, went there. He was the head of Harvard. And many other people that are very big people. Nobody ever talks about them. I never had the privilege of going to his island. And I did turn it down, but a lot of people in Palm Beach were invited to his island. In one of my very good moments, I turned it down. I didn't want to go to his island. Yeah.
You know, for a guy the media loves to claim is a master with words, saying you never had the privilege of going to your best mate's pedo paradise is a bit off. We know he was a frequent flyer. We know he was in the files, and we know he has a history of lying. Did he even need to go with Jeff being so local to him with a property? Was he jealous? Did he want his own island, his own Trump team getaway, and that's why he turned it down? Did he go? And he's denying it. Alex Jones would whoop your bald head black and blue. Alex Jones' wife beat him up with a shampoo bottle, and he called 911 over it. I'd say the two of us are tied for hair, but my wife has never beat me with finesse and called the globalish on me. She never called the globalish. She beat me with finesse. MAGA tears. My wife prays for you to be canceled. God always listens. I love that you were such a man's man that you have to get your wife to do the Sky Wizard chit-chat to put a curse on a bald comedian. How does this work? Are you watching while she prays, or does she watch and then go pray and you tell me about it? If your God exists and he's listening, he's shaking his head. MAGA tears. Congratulations, Scotland. You made Donald Trump's taxpayer money burn pit golf course promo trip another one of his international embarrassments right out of the gate. Of course, his base are defending him. They had Pipers for him. The diapers were supposed to be there. Donald Trump's taxpayer money burn pit golf course promo trip, another one of his international embarrassments again. Trump doesn't have any balls and he struggles with holes.
The Tommy Campbell Show is the best political comedy show on YouTube. And I hope you subscribe.